Hi ninjas, welcome to my glass of happiness again. It's your ninja girl, Kansime Ann, here to talk to you, once again refusing to take this beautiful opportunity for granted. Today's episode of my glass of happiness is brought to you by silence, which can be golden, but in equal amounts can bring you problems. Because, I was trying to look through my life, and I realized that most of my problems, all the things that have not worked out for me, most of my conflicts have originated from poor communication. So I said, why don't I just have a word or two, or give you my 2 cents on communication? And here I am, ninjas. So take a seat. Communication is a very tricky subject for me to talk about because I am a communicator. I talk, and I can tell you that often I have spoken, and this mouth has put me in problems that I cannot get myself into. I have caught myself speaking things and I'm like, Anne, what are you thinking? Like, I want to look at myself and slap myself and put myself in order. But also I noticed that the deepest problems I have found myself in are moments when people expected me to say something and I did not. Actually, oftentimes, when people expect you to communicate and you don't communicate, it hurts them way more than if you say something hurtful. I'll give an example of, like, this year I really talked about so many things. This glass of happiness has made me speak so much. So people tend to quote me. There's a show I'm doing with a friend, Anna and Nana. It's taken a break. We are still trying to get out of the break. We are waiting for you to get out of the break. And I talked about certain things that got me into problems. I talked too much. But my defense was, sometimes you need to speak because you're the only one who can speak on the things that you should speak. Or your voice is the only voice that someone is waiting to listen to advance, to either get through a problem or just, relax and surrender it all to a higher power. I want to give a quick example. When money, people deal with money, whether you're rich or poor. These days, even at the age of 2, there's some kids who at 1.5 years old understand the value of money. You cannot take a note of money from that kid's hand. So I'll talk about money. They say money is the root of all evil. If you want to lose a friend, give them $100, they will not pay it back. But I think it's not money that is the problem, it's communication. Because if someone gives you money and you don't have it to pay it back, you not telling that person that you don't have it yet is actually the problem, not the money that they gave you. The fact that you leave them in the dark, they don't know. Do you not appreciate the fact that they bailed you out? Do you think they have so much that the little money they gave you, they did not need it? Do you think that they have amnesia? They gave you money and forgot? Are you just being disrespectful? So, keeping quiet and leaving someone in ignorance of what's going on in your mind is actually what typically throws someone off, and they are so mad and they're like, we are not friends. I gave them money and that's it. But communication really bridges gaps that you didn't even... Communication can put a bridge where you didn't even think it's possible to be. It's possible. I don't know what I'm talking about. I understand it is very hard to give bad news. It's hard for you to call and tell someone, I'm sorry, I don't have your money. But the fact that it is hard means that it's the right thing to do. Usually the right things to do are not easy to do. It's the right thing to do. Call that person who gave you something when you needed it. Communicate. Do you realize that when you think back to the previous relationships, the exes that you just never get over, the ones you're still so angry, the one who, okay, you've forgiven, but if you heard that they were dead, you'd be like, I hope it wasn't so quick. I know I'm addressing some of you who have your dark hidden thoughts inside there, but for me, I don't have. Anyway, you realize that some of those relationships that really leave you bitter are relationships where you don't have closure, and closure meaning communication is not there. You're checked when you don't even know, what am I supposed to improve for my next relationship? What was the problem? Like, you're left in limbo. Communication, guys. That's why when a traffic officer stops you, banana communication is so good. Talk to them. Don't pretend as if for you you're in a car, they're on the road, so they are lesser humans. Talk to them before you know it, they even forget to ask for driving permits. It's experience, I'm telling you. Just communicate. Choose to talk. Me, it has always bailed me out of problems. I know talking so much without regulating can get you in shit. You say something, You see what I'm saying already? The words that are coming out of my mouth, I'm cursing because I'm talking too much. But what I'm saying is, it hurts so much when someone needs to listen to you. Some people's silence is so loud. You really need to hear from them. Communication is good. Communication is good. I believe it's good for love. It's good for reconciliation. It's definitely good for this festive season we are going for. It's definitely good for you to organize yourself, communicate, forgive, get in touch with the people that you've not gotten in touch with, open up with someone you've not talked to this whole year. Don't start 2020 on a note that is not fantastic. So, in conclusion, please do not lose a friend over silence. If there's something you have wanted to say, just say it. And we are in an era where there's no excuse. You could even point a camera, do a selfie, record yourself, say it and post it, and you know that that person who wants to hear it will hear it. Trust me, if you speak it, I guarantee you there's someone out there that needs to hear the words coming out of your mouth to get out of the situation they are stuck in. So just say something. Speak it. That's your ninja. Speak it. If anything, speak it in the comments. If I've said this and it has touched your heart and there's someone you're going to forgive and there's someone, send them even a message in the comment. And if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe, because here with my glass of happiness, we get to chat about anything that comes to mind, as long as we are building each other in love this festive season.
Let's take a walk down this bumpy road. Just relax and let it be. Believe me now, just take a breath and you